Welcome to the Configure Price Quote podcast. My name is Frank Sohn and I'm the founder of Solution CPQ Consulting. This podcast is 100% focused on Configure Price Quote, also known as CPQ, and will provide you useful insights into this topic. Today I have two guests from Orisa Software in Germany. First is Managing Director Matthias Schwuchow. Matthias has been with Orisa Software for 22 years and is based in Jena. Welcome to the CPQ podcast, Matthias.
Yeah, hello.
The second guest today is Orisa Software sales leader Kay Giertzuch. Kay has been with Orisa Software for 9 years and is also based in Jena. Welcome to the CPQ podcast, Kay.
Hello, everybody.
Very excited to have you both on, and let's maybe start by telling our listeners a little bit of what you did before you joined Orisa Software. And let's start with Matthias and see if he still remembers.
Okay, I try. I have studied biology. That's some different thing than I'm doing now. And then at this time, we tried to develop some software to avoid animal experiments. But at this time, this software wasn't that interested by the users. So after that, I started really fast to go to a software company, and that was Orisa. So there was not much time before Orisa between study and starting there.
Okay, then let me ask the same question to Kay. That was only 9 years ago, so I guess he still remembers. Kay, what did you do before you joined Orisa Software?
Yes, I'm a little bit younger, like Matthias. Also, what I do before, I did competitive sports for 10 years, and then also study sports at Jena. And after my study, I ended up in different sales position. And I would say this was a lot of variance and experience. And then I ended up at Orisa in 2013.
Very interesting. But let me follow up on one thing. You mentioned you did competitive sports for 10 years. What kind of sport did you do?
Athletics. I won the round in the stadium, 400 meters. And my personal beat is 47.82 seconds.
Wow, very impressive. So, and you're still doing sports today?
Yes, but the distance is really longer, like for a couple of years. Actually, I won 10 kilometers, sometimes with Matthias together. And we do together meeting in 2 weeks, Matthias? Schiller?
Yeah, correct.
And yes, we do sports together, and running is a little bit relaxing for our brain.
Excellent, fully agree. And I had many folks on the podcast before who mentioned that, so I fully understand. But now let's switch back quickly. Why did you join Orisa, and what have you done there since you joined? And let's start with Matthias.
Okay. It was in the 1995 when a biologist has no such ideas what to do next in Germany. But if you had interest in programming and so, then any IT company asked you do you want to join us? And that was the point. Yeah? I started a doctoral degree. The results wasn't very well at this time. And then I decided to say, okay, stop my doctoral degree and start in a really other region to play there. And now I'm since 1998 in the programming area.
Excellent. And what's the story for you, Kay?
Oh, it's really a short story because after my study, I lost my hometown Jena, and I wanted to go back to Jena. And the other important point for me, I get an extending forward-looking job, and this is really interesting to work at Orisa. And this was a little dream for me, for my work life, and this was my 2 points of reason that I work at Orisa.
Excellent. Then let's look at the here and now, right? So what's currently the most exciting part of being at Orisa and in the CPQ space?
It's always exciting because we are doing a lot of stuff for just different customers, and you are looking each time on a complete other product, a complete other company, and there's it's not boring. You have all time another stuff to look at and to mention it and to discuss with other people. That's for me the most exciting part of CPQ.
Excellent. And for you, Kai, what's for you the most exciting part of being in the CPQ space?
It's really near the same like Matthias. Every day a different project with a different product. It's so exciting because sometimes it's a big engine from a boat. Then you have a watch. This is really different, and all the situation behind the project is all the time different. It's somehow always different, and you always have to see interpret, create things in new way. And I mean, it's the rarity in working together with people, both in Orisa and Orisa team, and with our customers. This is really the big thing at the daily work. Yeah, I mean, that's it.
Excellent. So then let me ask a question we already touched a little bit on. You mentioned you both like to do some running, but what in general do you like to do when you don't work? And let's start with Matthias.
There are a lot of things I want to do. So I'm sometimes going climbing, running with Kai, playing chess. I don't know when I played the last time. At the moment, my most exciting stuff is juggling balls, juggling clubs. You can do this everywhere, every time, and your mind is blowing free at this time. You have to concentrate on this stuff so deeply. It's very exciting.
That's the first time somebody mentioned this. How did you come up with that, with the juggling?
With my children. I mean, we've got here in Jena an artistic studio. They are doing different artistic stuff, and they juggled as well. And then as father, you have to drive your kids to this course every Monday. And then they said, do you want to make some stuff with us? And I started this, and then I keep there. You must know there are a lot of people doing this. There are conventions. We have a European convention each year. In another country, we have been at 4 or 3 places already: Amsterdam, Poland, and so on. There are come up to 5,000 jugglers and artists, and are together 1 week. It's really, really exciting. It's really nice stuff.
Oh, very cool. So that could be an opportunity, or that could be a lesson learned, right? So for everyone with kids, be careful what you promise to. So
right.
Excellent. Kai, then let's ask you, what are you doing when you don't work?
I'm spending time with my family, of course, and I like it to work in my little garden, and I try to relax when I walk with our pack doing the wood. And I mean, of course, lots of time it's relaxing for me with sports time.
Excellent. Then let's go ahead. Let's switch gears a little bit, and let's talk about Orisa Software, right? So, Matthias, maybe start by telling our listeners a little bit more about the product and services that Orisa Software offers.
We are offering mostly configuration software. That's the main part. I mean, we have a lot of experiences in database programming, knowledge-based programming, and so on. But we are focusing on this configuration stuff. And we started, I think, 15 years ago, or maybe 17 years ago already, to make this product CREALIS CPQ. At this time, it was just CREALIS. CPQ was invented a little later, this name. But at the moment now, we are focusing on this CPQ area. We have this CREALIS CPQ as a standard cloud solution, providing product data management system for the configuration data, providing a 3D visualization, VR, virtual reality, augmented reality, and of course, it's a cloud solution. It's based on modern technology, and that's our area, what we are providing for our customers. And then, of course, we are a software company. We are implementing much more. We can integrate the software. We can implement interfaces and additional tools and so on, because we are not only have got the product, but we have also the power to implement stuff around it.
Mm-hmm. And you're focused on specific industries, or?
Not really. The product itself, not really. But of course, we are trying to focus machines, systems. But we have also B2C end customers like watches. Also, it's not really an focus on a special industry.
Interesting. And then you focus on specific customer size. You already mentioned B2B and B2C, so I guess not, but tell us more about that, please. So customer size and revenue size.
Yeah, I mean, there are some two small companies. They haven't got the money to invest in a CPQ solution, but that's a target for me to provide a really standard part of the CPQ CREALIS that all, as well, small companies can use it. But of course, we've got a lot of big customers like MAN, and between it's in quite a wide range. Because if the customer says we want to take it, then you have to say, okay, you can use the standard, and it's not so expensive. But when the customer needs much integration, much customization, then maybe it comes expensive, and then the customer has to say, okay, take it, or it's too expensive.
Excellent, got it. And then just the last question concerning the region that you focus on. I guess that's the German-speaking countries in Europe, so Germany, Austria, Switzerland, or you go beyond that?
At the moment, not. It's quite correct what you said.
Good. Then let me ask one question. So because this CREALIS CPQ, you mentioned first it's a configurator. Now, is it a configurator, or is it now really a configure, price, and quoting solution? And if so, tell us a little bit more about the pricing and quoting capabilities as well.
I mean, and as we developed it, it was just a configure, but it could make pricing as well, and you could make quotes as well. Afterwards, somebody came and said, okay, this is a CPQ. So we have all included all the time. Yeah. Our first customer in 22 needed the pricing and the quoting as well. And so we arranged the system at this time already to provide all three areas of this CPQ, and it's all in.
Okay, then Kai, maybe since you're the sales lead also, what are the three top capabilities your customer asks for?
I mean, it's really hard to say to just three, but they asked after a lot of functionality from the CPQ solution. But I mean, most customers ask about the 3D function, the ability to work in the cloud, and whether we can provide the CPQ offline is mostly important when they work at the field. And, you know, we are here in Germany. We have not so good World Wide Web access like you in the United States. And I mean, this is important functionality for our market.
That's very interesting, because that was capabilities that was very important a number of years ago, right? So you still have lots of customers who have to do the sync between the online and the offline version each day. Is that trend declining, or you think that's pretty stable, that will stay for a long time?
I mean, it depends. Sometimes it is the situation that you try to sell your product, and you have a situation that you work in the flight. Is one actually project. This is the sales manager starts with your configuration and maybe Switzerland, and they go to the airplane, and then 12 hours in the air, and then they have to work on his configuration. This is a really big configuration, and then they save this configuration on his computer, and then they work on the airplane, and after then go to arrived his target country, then can go online again, and then can share the configuration with all the other colleagues, or maybe with his end customer. And this is depends from the situation, but I mean 80-70% just happy with online. But a couple target it is to configure it offline.
Novo CPQ Consulting helps you with all CPQ related questions. For example, we help customers to find the best CPQ solution for their business, and we help customers analyze their current business process to determine if and where CPQ can help. Here it's important to point out that we are 100% independent and always look out for our customers first. This means for us also that we don't get paid by any CPQ vendor for providing them new customers or for any other services. We are focused on our customers and always provide the best available information to them. We also help system integrators to improve their services, and we offer the only CPQ industry subscription that provides monthly CPQ news and trends. We have many other services, so check it out today at novocpq.com. Send me an email to frank.sohn@novocpq.com to learn how we can help you with your CPQ questions, and keep us in mind when you look for 100% impartial CPQ advice. Matthias, and how many employees does Orisa Software have at this point in time?
We are 60 employees.
60 employees. Yeah. And they are all located in Jena, or you have multiple offices?
They are. Our main office is in Jena. At the moment, the most people are in the home office, so they are lightly spread in Thuringia. We are all in Jena. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So then let me ask you, what's the most interesting growth opportunity for you right now over the next 12 months or so?
It's complicated. I mean, the opportunities, we've got a lot. We've got a lot of customers asking to starting a project, but these projects are quite big. We have really a problem to answer all questions because we haven't got a lot new employees. Yeah, you can't get new employees. We have here in Jena something about 150 IT companies. Yeah, and they are covering with the employees, and you can't grow. Yeah, you can't really grow. It's a pity.
I fully understand, Matthias, and that's a problem that's not unique to Germany or to Jena. That in the CPQ space, that seems to be fairly common these days. But that also brings up another question, right? So you mentioned you have lots of projects, which is great, but the projects need to be implemented. So now the question is obviously, are you doing the implementations yourself, or you have some system integration partners that you work with?
We implement our solution ourselves. We also have partners, but 99% of the time the customers release on our expertise. And I mean, this is an important thing that we can trust our solution and strongness. And also we do it self. Sometimes it's a really big project and we need a little bit more power, but it works like what we do by self.
Now, let me also ask about some capabilities, right? So they are getting more and more used in CPQ solutions. Just wonder how important of a role that plays for you, right? So let's talk about some of these buzzwords these days still kind of, right? So it's artificial intelligence, machine learning. Where do you use it, and how much is that picked up by customers?
It's a buzzword. We've got one customer using artificial intelligence to make this cross-selling stuff, but other customers didn't ask yet. And I discussed this with an expert friend of mine, and he said, why do you want to introduce HI or machine learning stuff? Your system is the best artificial intelligence system you can get. Yeah, and that's really a point because a lot of questions you try to solve with artificial intelligence, or so you can do it better with a rule engine. You have much more impact there. It's my personal opinion, and really a lot of no customer did really ask. I had the discussion with one customer of interest. He tried to explain me that they will make the pricing for their product with HI, and I didn't really understand the effort there, because they put a lot data inside with cost of DAX and so on, but the result can't be better or will be much. Will not become better, because if you do it for yourself and you think about how your pricing will do.
A good point here for everyone is also that there is, marketing-wise, sometimes a very thin line between using artificial intelligence, machine learning, and if that's really how it's implemented in the tool, right? So if you have logic to achieve the goal, I think from a customer perspective, it doesn't matter how you achieve the goal as long as you achieve the goal. So that I would agree. But Kai, let me ask this. You talk a lot to customers, meet with them. Do they ask you for any more capabilities regarding real-time analytics? For example, as Matthias mentioned, right, asking for a suggested price or the upper lower price limits, or for other products that you could sell with that, and so on. So is that a theme for you with customers, or that's really not that interesting for them right now?
No. It is interesting, yes, but there's already one or the other demand to provide consumers information dynamically on the fly during the configuration. That it's not just price. This is one information that is dynamically more than the price, is delivery times. Because when you take a configuration, when you sell any product, and this is a huge product, an expensive product, then you have really strong information during the delivery time. This is one thing. It's more. You have more information from your ERP system and different system to ask, and this has to work on the fly during the configuration. This is for me one more important thing, like just only the price. But of course, the prices can change every day because the market is in move, and the price from yesterday is not the price from today. And this is one more thing, but it's not so often that the customers have the solution. They ask a lot of them, but not all they ask they wanted to do in her solution.
Got it. Very good. Then also, let me ask you, Kai, how long is a typical project for an Orisa customer, right? So can you talk about that? And I know it's a fuzzy question, right? So because it depends on the complexity and stuff like this, but on average, so that listeners have an idea how long it typically takes to get the software live. Let's maybe talk about the shortest possible time and the longest one, and what you think is most common.
Depends. I'm now like 9 years at Orisa, and the shortest project between the sales point and we go live, it was just 4 months. It was really, really fast. And this was a project. The solution wants offline. The solution has a 3D functionality. This was a really good and important solution. Just 3 months. But there is already one or other demand. The requirements is also important between what you want. Sometimes you start in the project and you have to the requirements to discuss what you want, what you have, what is the way to go. The most of our customers need his own employees to work with us together in the project. It's not only our employees. This is not only the problem. The problem is sometimes that the customers have not manpower for the project. And then the second important thing is just the good communication. We have project managers, project leaders on the technical sides, and they've tried to understand what they want our customers. And this is not only the way to say, yes, we can develop, we can take for your setting. We try to understand. And when we understand, we need a little bit more time. But I mean, I said the shortest is 4 months. The longest is it's running now, because the solution is changed every day, and every day you have a new idea. But normally from the standard CPQ solution, it's maybe 15 months in maximum. Maybe have Matthias another idea. What is the shortest CREALIS project in your time? A little longer like mine. But I mean, it's the Haas project. It's an important project for us. And 4 months was the fastest, and in the middle 9 months maybe.
Got it. But I think that gives listeners already a good idea how much it would typically take. Then let's follow up on that one also with a more with a more precise question: is what are the typical or the most common challenges that your customers encounter? Why they want to use Orisa?
On-time ideas, to add her too. I mean, often new products that are indicated to the market are the benchmark, and it's not always easy to please everyone. This is yeah. I mean, that's it. This is it's maybe Haas is the same, because they has deliver a new machine, and this was one important date, and the CIO say you have to do the project, the whole project, in 4 months. Yeah. And our project leader say, yes, we do it.
I think the timeline is the most challenging thing. They are doing some stuff saying we want to introduce our new ERP system on the 1st of July, and everything must run then. And then and you have this timeline, and you must be ready there. Yeah.
Okay. But let me follow up on a couple of other capabilities in the CPQ space and just see which ones are interesting for you and what is really in high demand from your customers. When you think about omni-channel capabilities, price optimization, visual CPQ, connection to billing, Internet of Things, CAD integration and stuff like this. Is there any of these capabilities that's really interesting for your customers, and if so, why is that?
Of course, there are different interesting things they are mentioned. I mean, let's start at the end. I mean, Internet of Things. We are now in a project with here in Thuringia with other companies to invent a CPQ. Directly connected to the 3D print. The final idea is the customer configures simulated a product, and at the end you press the button and the 3D engine starts to print. Yeah, I mean, this is really challenging. It's more a scientific viewpoint because there are a lot of stuff between the CPQ and the end of the 3D product. But these ideas we have mentioned, and of course other visual CPQ, we've got a lot with 3D stuff. I said already the augmented reality to put the configured product somewhere inside a room or outside a house. We are doing this with Fraunhofer together. They are making the concepts there for us. There are a lot of things customers want to get, but these are all stuff. It's more inventing, and it's might be at the end it might be used. Yeah? They don't know really if it's necessary for a standard CPQ process where you need a correct quote at the end. It's not really necessary, but CPQ runs on.
Perfect. So I wish we would have more time to keep talking about this because it's very fascinating. I think you do a lot of very interesting things with interesting customers, but we don't have time to go into this right now. But for any listeners who wants to learn more about Orisa Software, what's a good way for them to contact you in case they have any follow-up questions for you?
I mean, we've got a website, orisa.de. It's the easy way. There's all contact information for a first step. That would be enough. I mean, we are on some places. There is a Hannover Messe in, I don't know, May
30 to June 2nd.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
And we have his own CPQ day. You can visit us in Jena when we can talk about every CPQ solution. We have a lot of customers. Our guest is 30th of August this summer. And of course, Matthias' contact page on our website, www.orisa.de.
Perfect. Thank you very much. We will have all this information in the show notes. Thank you both very much for making time for the CPQ podcast today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you very much too.
I'd like to thank everyone for listening and hope you learned something interesting today. If you like the podcast, please go ahead and rate it on iTunes or share it with your friends and colleagues. In the meantime, you can find us online at www.novoscpq.com. So long, everyone.